You know you're 5 minutes, but the kind so far so good. You did now watch it. Ewabe President Mahama.
Obaya.
Who is saying?
No Ukraine me any money. Menye ubia sebi mejeje ebaso. Sanse aban se oya akwala wedi na watch.
Wedi na watch.
Na sebi le fuma kranti. Na nkola bi o wa am se omo ba na o mafifi sin wo yam. Enti obenyini no na chese ono about the sebai abrokuma egunshani imponi o na ebesu abibra chese ora mahama chese na wotwe a wode aba ban mu kamia yese emsa abribia no ansa no bi be mampani no awose yehwe obi a aida se waye mampani da anase wabone brase mampani nye obi a sabi ye mano baako otutu from dia hye ho ya baako no wagya ho ya fe onam a obo foforo ho daru enti so far no say so far so good no President Kufuor na coin that aphorism no but if I may borrow, I would rather add very, very good or so far so excellent.
Okay.
Because he has started well. You say, BM say AB2. Now, and Shasi, you should just foresee a clash, a possible clash. Now, the way I will take it off, no, ama a cronimu aye, just say, I dare back up penetrate President Mahama Max Dampare.
Sembe
no the nya atene max bebre ama pussy for buafu and every day the course I get because I led a charge to make sure that Dampare is no more and he has to be no more and no penetrate max. Aside from that, the security arrangements yesterday that came, Kofi Boache, Prosper Bani, Minuano Maka, Razak Nom. Just say it tells you that President Mahama has learned from the several Nyoma Ghana for a board some of them were not so, and you see, and when I make culture when you about to say senior standards I didn't major Mahama our bemuno. Yen fama ekufuado. Because even on a normal day you would see say Mahama is a serious man, Ekufuado is not. And to send any Ekufuado say, oh, and then I'm Kania now since you man now be man. Mahama you say oh, a serious person, you know. The kind of expectation nipa what every Mahama on a different from sending Ekufuado. Now, how he appointed his ministers, no, even Miensa Abeto Biamu, any Edua regional ministers are appointing. For example, Medemi Krum as anti-member and Faton. We have lived 8 years of just a useless and wasteful minister for Ashanti region. Very useless man of the region. You who be that as anti-man regional minister or you useless say that.
Very useless.
I had to say Ekufuado needed to insult Asante-man and until no kofa or say Mensa Simon say Omra Metna region because where Obaya region among the most populous votes are among Obaya Mampeni and then Uka say Ekufuado got to add your region more a bad thing. Either so be a dear or yeah, na be our hot to us soon, be our TV, and no crampono, why na far. Say, quite a whole year, to say a year, I say, may ye a pentimamento. When you need a man soon as anti-mine, or because he put somebody or yeah a square peg in a round hole. And now, ordinary Tina Honsono, Simon or near Noah, or bet him dear do a Ekufuado him. And oftentimes, say, oh, kofa openia, sebi, na dunimu abu toa, person obey yet dear sefata, emma, a pinisieno a doso. At the mention of Dr. Amakon, Peneno, I say, a cronimu, I from because sabi unima mo akohene ne krampo ye kasa obi a doctor krakeka apart from na po a ono le doctor no ebo your friend is say galamsey no say obi a doctor how or diagnose issues before he attends to them no and loan to tell you say he's up for progress. Now amoakohene was a track record here as secretary no will deliver on his mandate first as obi a uncle for pulling agents emra or introduce so adie say be your more exams and he made sure say e bin CDM say asante mamu na MPP ni na ye pulling agent ma NDC e bi ansi. Even when the issues of Kwabri came up, the way he tackled the issue and made sure say even if he has to lose some people's votes to make sure that things are corrected, he made sure. And that is a marker. I was say your bonabaso. Until when he say it's an honorarium to him, and it is to test his future in politics. Me imagine me say, oh you young though. Na me offer kwesi adwuma. Na oho ene yekofa onu ni nua kuma kwakudua eye krobia refresh kotoko. Ohimbo di amma muso. Ebeye utufo. Now Obai, he has a very impeccable record. Mimi did say be a me offer kwesi adwuma tiasia. Obetimi aye bi bat. Na na kwakudua sebi Obai beye krobia refresh kotoko. Oso asante memu baby odi asante memu. Wakobi. Yes, bema be ye bi. Na so no. So wo hwe Simon osay mensa. Na bakosem wa mayosem. Na de toto eye amakohene ho a. Wa hwe ya wo be deceived say we experienced. But you see, any experience in na ye papa. Because I tell you our experience. And what did that prison? Ekufodo our experience power mayosem. Wo hwe how why amemo no troka. Experience no you can say experience that any experience keke experience a papa the quality and impeccable experience that you showcase no o track record no and ebe me ehu see mo say men say no experience wa man you say mu a etain your friend say ohene na so no ni experience na ade papa bi anim so kwobusomtwe a no ye MP wo ho na oni any legacy I will be to say, so say, I dear way, ni way, and Simon Simon Sabe, ye MP, or ye. And once I want to be free. Omuma constituency near time. It will be not Obia Kono. But it got to a point, sir, constituency no, the powerful from BB, Nanimono. What you say, a corner. Impo uhwe otie kura ono kura wa meye MP da the record and work constituency no aso chen the why obey regional minister no why enti me dey so far so good me dey region ya I congratulate everyone that has been appointed but John Mahama has a challenge for you because John Mahama will never spare the rod and spoil you the minister he will never. The John Mahama that I know, the John Mahama that I have lived with and understood, he would never spare the rod and spoil the minister. And so I pray, sir, diligently. Now my year Juma Esefata Ghanaians called on John Mahama because a time came when baby we were enslaved by our own your friend is enslaved masters. Baby I drew no mon koto na mon soma your sebi mo Sagana for ehiamo and my mama yet to say, Sebi, Momo de Amoya Adeshia and a young qua. Penny forces or this young qua, a quadrant. It's more Moya Adeshia, as they say, Ya Palm, some mamma somno. Monfa or some pa, Moonshine ya dear, Sebi, Pregrassa. And Opo, a real, and I do the Sumo, Sagana for Fremois, Musaya ya dear. Okay. Mumra Muhuase, Monson Momai. Mama, you the difference between the NDC and the MPP. MPP at the Japan in Naye, a hand tiny dear kind. Okay. And your man Sam Fata. A dear Nippon names are dear with Sebi. Any question, you know, bedroom no more yet. Or my penny went me call him. Sorry, don't let yamin. A class is some human time. Not your decay, you see, your dear treasure, your decay answer. It's a friend of the ministers in Mushe. Ultimate minister be not say, according to say, on the we are seeing in Iron a crown for a mamma chrono, John Mahama, and in the dictionary, Obi a Wabaya Mampenia, Oko Fie, baby, I'm not in Tibet to Crampuna, said the Oni. Munshadona Munsiano, be very selfless.
Okay.
And make sure, say, you put your integrity on the line. At all the times, make sure, say, over free ministry, honor. Now we have good legacy. Okay. My more dinka say, oh, minister way and a buyer in see how do I here as for mine. Of course, send John Jinapo, Washasiano. You say was one cray, yeah, Ocope, a friend say, yes, I can't tell me and Julius Samani direct. All these things I expected from more. She say, Moye, your friend is a swap for any. Okay. Obi be a young power, the Manu see, I'll be a young power. Our dream said John Mahama, who said it's over power, but your Fanny Dini Ebu, Efama Tumira. You see, on the 2 minute crown. So when you be a Sebi, a man in your because I know Bibia and a Benabi. Now, so when you be at the Obeyan is over what you near Bieno, maybe it's not a bedroom. You call for B PMC, DC in your manoma. Me who say baby o wa constituency bi o wa na district bi o wa na municipal bi o nipa ben so nipa 14
baby kwa de nipa 25
ha mu nyina sabi ebi amu deserve but eya na nkofo refi who do see bi beba wo ko school wa ha o ye te seba o mi o de see bi ba yo and wa bon sa no o ko school wa ye doctor o PhD e wo economics mu e so hwe ne track record wa bon ye hia political CV. Okay. Why in the sum ya utimi ye ma John Mahama ba mu o kwa fa political CV ebra na ye hu se adwuma we na ukoye ye ma John Mahama we ne ye obi koye adwuma ma obi medi ano de me na obi nya adwen exactly so obi akọ ni moja ni ama John Mahama ba mu na wo firi America wo firi ye adwuma wa ama ukokoti amete so me discover e ya suma sika na sika na sika koye campaign si from brabe ye adwuma ene sika na sum no ye sum nipa no cry it is from be ye adwuma wa ma next time bra na ye record udi ntu nkwa nwom na sa de ne say na mini wey na me fa ha categories no sa de me hu bia me meka okay so me crampo if I don't deserve it don't give me okay don't give me because if I'm going to goof now the mamia you are calling for the failure. Okay. We don't expect any failure. Okay. For example, if you just say, chairman, you call you kuhunu, no, yeah, you man. Meant now, I will be from my media. I will talk because more, me who will listen to Munano, Yabao, Yahumo, including Obia Yahumo. And I will make sure, say, the right persons are appointed because, and yes, I be a Bemuba back, November 2028, you better. Okay. Because 2028 me open say NDC be ya de be me tan ya meka say me no mo to na enko na nkra na bi mu no me tawo machi because omo na ye Ghana ni da so okay Richard open sa bre no me no mo ana ekọ say wo hu me na frame MPP ni am do be court e no de me do be court because yes no ya do be hu aka na I will be a yanka me de na ekọ apache you know Richard, yeah, right. Also project a backosro. As you're interested in sending a man cosorana.
Yeah, I think the appointment, so far. Like I told you, I like the swiftness. Of Aswa Nemano Kowa, because very often government change a certain slip beer, a take a while. The government business becoming to life, na Nema be a conchain. I like the way Nema echo and like you said, appointment, na expect one way or the other. Nipa never fill positions, but I am not one person. I don't celebrate appointment. I celebrate what you do with that particular power na the amount because yatena krum happen ye nyina betena haka what a solid team ye ne buy house sana station boys ye ne buy house ne nyina solid team na adan gas and you're part of the world no what one thing am abesua ne say nipa nya tumi a na they begin to think differently. The way a man amamfo hu neema no it turns out to be the other way. So I only wish said the overwhelming mandate Ghana for the President Mahama, a man overwhelming parliamentary numbers. No, not on so any GDA or some individuals more appoint you mono. Those people will hold that particular trust, in a very high esteem. Now, or more deliver on that. Now they will not veer off. Like I told you in my earlier submissions, that one thing Ghanaians will never forgive is when somebody become arrogant, you decide to veer off on those kind of stuff. So at this time, there is not much to say about competence, and as we call for president to appoint a beneficiary part of competence and or final. When it comes to certificate, those kind of stuff, now Obia or president, even those who didn't even get it, yeah, because a man from Kutu certificate, certificate able to go on, and yard but not the day, when I beg get the job done. Because my catch is a politics going forward, cannot be business as usual. Never be brass. So when you're coming on board, ABI and what happened to be in the previous administration in the past, you should know that this is a different terrain altogether. Because say in the Ghana near why they are following politics with a certain way attention so once you mess up or you slip, you'll be sacrificed, and that is what should motivate some of them. You see, early appointments, a cause for celebration, but one day now slip, that will also be the end of your political career. What are the amount of no? A basia when near, but we have one mistake, it will end your entire political career. So I think that people will also take a cue from some of these things and going forward. The larger vision is to ensure, say, you bet me a project here building Ghana that we all want. We are not building a nation for anybody. We are building a nation of our own design, ever for young Kasa and the generation yet to come. It's not a big deal. So, you should know, say, one Kasa na obo one bro. Kronwa among for Poku where you see all from Mumbai. Yes, oh, bra papa. And you will not be worried about some of these things. Sometimes you might even want to be invited. Sabi abaka wo numa sem just to tell people say I am not corrupt. They are not cause no say net here. But unim say what be so you don't want to be.
What your friend as obeko.
Exactly.
All the milk crown obeko. What
yes. So some of this clarity will be there, and adeba kwan ya eba ban form may have been around for quite a while. I've seen government in power. So aban bia ba adeba kwan born form communication. Because when the government is in opposition, you see everybody talking, woman organizer, men organizer, Obia Kasa. But the very moment the party comes to power, Obia taking position, then they leave the communication front there. They are not the day, Nipana, Adena, Bino, and nobody is communicating. Obia Didi, by the time. Whenever also not propaganda, I am God for the entire government, then you have no other option than to go. God now so I say I'm for a chronicle Nema John Mahama year 2016. After 2020 elections, in the 2024 elections, when I'm for getting to know even some of the things that John Mahama did. But when the government was in power, people didn't even know about those things. You understand? So I think communication is very, very essential. I said everything that has to be done to ensure, say, you also have to communicate for people to know what is going on. Because governance, may say the most essential part of governance is communication. Getting people to know what is happening at any point in time. Sabaya, you'll be at the same stage with the people. Sabaya, things will move on. So appointment, I may not have much to say about the music. I just hope, sir.
Now, wait for 1 minute if I shame, Listowel so I have a 1 minute if I shame. My own idea be trendy with social media.
Okay.
Yenya Badger is Bawa. Uncle Kase, a woman said former President Kufuado. Or yeni among whom are benefits and also the map President John Dramani Mahama and one farmer to the sense that light bills near a Jumai for when now President Mahama Kasa and a Chiomoka for 8 years. The office or team one dear, but one by Yanni Diamano and call for a gap.
I'm not sure, sir. You expect Madam Joyce So I think it was a diplomatic, reasonable comment or make here. Oh yes, to be very honest. But as to whether that will be done or not, that will be maybe later. I don't know. But I mean, some of these things, me who say who cry in here, sir. If no or deserve no entitled, they should give it to him. Me, the most important thing is that rot now, that is what we need to investigate. What are some? We need to pay attention to those things. Sabaya a bin CBM because Akufo-Addo na Nkasano, I have suggested say we need to bring him before a commission. you set up a routine commission. Now your friend know why he did some of the things that he did. For instance, you can't just wake up a day, not what time of mine $50 million dollars. So we seed money for cathedral. Now the show team. So why he did those things, you need to explain to people. So some of these things not entitlement, and they a side way be a whole cry and no I think that the critical issues no has to do with you are making sure that they account for those things, including the president. For second operator, why he borrowed the way he borrowed, why they decided to mortgage statutory fund like get fund. Like ESLA and other crucial way. He needs to explain some of these things. A whole again the new share now go for other entitlement. I'm not sure. Say yes, social media you have people having expressing certain President Mahama or more the side money did no crown on he's not worried. What I see, I was in China. So sometimes some of these things, and I think that is normal, but I think it was a right statement. No make here.
No, so.
Obaya. Didika. I say Gideon Boakonom press conference no the whole Ghana, including Onua Gideon, treating with the greatest contempt he deserves. What you say? Probably be too abaya for. Who now go to your effort? Oh, but we didn't try to tell my when you no, yeah, but and Namwa, you to the four, your money bratness. If you brow, then the whole bob by me on can credit that. No, better, sir, copy because yes, I know me or didn't walk canon. Say a Bible that can't say in Serenian and no meaning, you open. I know you know me. Obedient trust copying you with them. Because you see, the first time Bawumia was cursed by lying was when he held the Quran. Yeah, Quran no, Surah no ni aya say, adia when you way in Nihua dance here. Okoya would dear Nancy Krum, Tachu Busan, the question I'll see you and I were not there. Where dear Nancy Krum? A whole of fun and no meaning free to obey deep trust copying that will. When I can say, Gideon Boakonom. Okay then.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I won't come on to one home. Won't go to any home. Now, Bawumia can't say, well, Baba, sister, your Baba, a friend is saying, he lives near a friend, a betting tax. No, not yet, I know the baby mine. And I'm my dreams of any pattern will be an among Bombon, you want to cram up pong, Bombon, including Bawumia name. Penny record. What be a PhD, where baby on the dollar. When they are Casa, Momo baby on Academy. I don't cause economics near a car. A school now, Mokamus, you are 2 point pass no, Mopassia, no bomb with me, you are by a mamma. Where baby I'm $5 free. You quadruple the dollar. It got to a point that dollar, you're trying to say. A car cabin and can do 20 cities. And a titty by ya. Yeah, what to obey? Sikana Omeria saw one passing across 4, among boy 4. Now, for was some cause it's can be the choir campaign. And the Madonna and the Sotiano. Mrs. John Mahama bang to me at the Hodini and see you. A bro, you can feed them at the Guabontin. Dollar and a bit about 4. Dollar no Mariani, I'm in how it began. Almost some could try 100 cities, need 200 cities. Because that time, no person will stabilize the dollar, no. Now, dollar, no, money. Because who says almost a cities into dollars. Nobody could go on with them. A bema, your friend is $1, no, and one quatry. Now, dollar, no, and one quatry, and a boy ding. Dollar, I say, I cost me, I don't know. And you be as $1, no, and I say, no, and one quatry, to say, and one quatry, who could pay at the boy. $80 no, omucha 200 notes, 900 CD notes no. And I say, omudi kogu omo dem. Enu bi na akwa bi a opeja bi minister bi de because share dem no. Otwa hu video beto abonti. Wo so omukun no.
Omukun boy no.
Omukun boy no. Bawu. Ya mi ni twa neka. Enu wu ye. Na ni wo na chi no. Enu omote say Mahama 2020 na oba no. Oba outlaw the 200 and 100 cities. Ama yen this can be. And on this $100 dia, the year we are good demo no. Ye francoto dollar. Na se ye kasa dollar crampo no. Any city no. dollar ni busi di na eno de ye na be defend ye be de ntro be defend ye be ka se covid na aba e na ama dollar na koso covid e ba ye be to dollar Russia Ukraine war no e be she dollar na na enti no e ye ntro sisila da power ba we physical na dani dem ya made it me akotwimu $1 million ah wono asa wo kronfo no wo de kronfo asa court enti no say yetimi gi sika na wo mo ho na dollars na so mo pass no yetimi gi a me say dollar na hwe me ba 3 na 2 eno ne adwuma e wo say dwoma ma mo focus on
okay
eno na di sa de ora ya aye ORS say nkofu
afa ye mi afa mu ye mo tsira
ba ya sabi say ye pa afase a pra wada esofin oni afase wada ye wi akonfo e say abanda da ni mo ni pa na mo ya akonfo ne hwehwe
no so wani
obi wo wa you don't have to investigate to know so akonfo because obi to say abujinapo you know obi am told you man no oni kapre how did he afford the mansion he lives in now our airport hills an acre land a Portuguese architecture infrastructure everything Portuguese no I know them personally me ko ho mu si dan me ko ho otimi nya sika good polytank mu mani pawu nipa 7 o mawu Savannah region ya ku nipa 7 that paria da Roma onya sika no yin asanso onya sika wo yin abetie raba onya sika no wo yin yudiahe onya sika no wo yin ya otimi obi a otimi ntwa rent afa otimi nya sika esi dan makomako 37 wa bra ni yini ja no dan makomako 37 onya sika no yin akufodo onya sika wo yin a onu timi ko si dan no e wo Trasako wasi bi wo Paris wasi bi wo Guyana
ebi kro chebio
ebi so chebi palace no e ye Ghana sika chebi for palace no because omo palace no ma to galaxy ama asengina him Akwafasa, you are coming to tell us how we should govern this country. What come on to? No he. Yeah, probably I'm not too careful. And now by moi. Who give you a balcony? Just say Yasuma would have waited me for an inquiry. Who baba the tree?
Madame say,
it's your wafu and your two ya pamo mako nephew. Young Pamoniate, young Pamone cry and party. For omo man ye bufu every 70 so ye press conference me we when you can say when ya pamu amu kwa mu wansna prayer cry dey prayer tia ma say abubu ye pamu ni ate mo ne ye party Mabeye micro a minority way. I don't quite gonna for cry. I think you person you be who cry mo sunsun na mo samai cry wo. Na se bedwamo. Na mo nya best e sunu bia e ma mo fa ne sa. Mo be John ma ba be ye pe obi atenene a. Gidi oboako. Ah. Hey, ogidi. Be very you are warned. Oh, the next time I hear your voice, you will hear another side of me.
I poncho no cry. This was poncho.
Yeah, can't say my penya some form of baby to for. Now, my cousin says some motor for be a moon. Now, who give your crowd, but not some of them first time with you. Now, only Nasa Ben, I'll only tell me. Now, I told first and now, what can I say? No, say only decisive on your day. Look at the words he used. I say, or evasive. Who was more evasive than who knew about Womiano? But I want to be crumbled the way the economy became. You invaded the economy. And you started going for digitization. What does Baumia know about digitization? When John Mahama was doing Mr. Baby and make us say as communication minister, where was Baumia? What do you know about digitization? I know Kwagana for Java with the Gromo. Now we John Mona, we bet you. One was I 1 year walk to be for 7 Kobo Jamaica. Amunya sade no na munya ne ya fa ya so kwa bibi. Ya so we pass papa na ate ya penya sasam ne ya party.
Okay. Enya se so ti wrap up na yako.
Okay, so I'm saying many Listowel, me and I'm a coffee.
I
charging too much. Now at times so charge because Oshe and Yama Bonnet and Tantaya MPP government by your organization. I think NDC we have been charitable with them, and they want to push us. Oh, and you might be before you have taking power 2017 or Ghana has you know. See, I can't say we are bringing it to the reflections of our people. I'm not sure, Sanka, by now we are all here. And before you near my bonnie. I go for the be president. Oh, when good banks, microfinance, and financial institutions, it was about 467. I am telling you, Akufo-Addo, he collapsed it with no consideration.
Obaya,
collapse it. No, can say.
Emre bi beba, me patch you say. Emre bi beba. I was some me nya time na policy bia. Who you say our banks ni your money create here. Microfinance companies. Or money create here. Agedi for sika. Or mu wie ye no. Oma utie susu e be ma sika. Or mu wie no mu gu no. What is say obi a oya microfinance company owner abegina bonten say ye gu me bank. What be that?
So criminals. Wow, it's not make us say